What's up, everybody? DMudd. Waiting for the OFace show. Yo, and I don't know really what happened, but all of a sudden earlier today, I got a little bit of a nostril problem. I feel like it's sneezing a tad. I was cleaning the back house, and gets a little dusty back there once you don't do it for a long time. So I was just sitting back there, just cleaning, dusting, and all of a sudden, this afternoon, just sneezing like a son of a bitch. I mean, everything I feels fine. So everything feels good. I don't feel like I have any issues, except for my nose. It just keeps bleeding snot out of it too. Oh, let's see. Ooh. Podcast, video selfie. Woo! Wait for the OFace. Oh, OFace might have just gotten on. Let's check in. I can't hear a goddamn thing. Hello?
Yo.
Oh, hey, bro.
It takes a minute to sync up.
Yeah, it definitely does.
What you got the
bed? What are we doing?
What are you on the camera with? Are you just doing a selfie?
Oh, yeah, that was for my sister.
Oh.
Yeah, she was just texting and I can't really breathe right now. It's crazy.
Did you get the Rona?
I don't think so. I mean, I've been tested I was tested 2 times in 3 days to come home from Canada. Yeah. And all of a sudden today, I'm just cleaning the back house out because my cousin's moving in.
Oh, really?
I'm just dusty or something, moving in for 6 months. Yeah.
Who?
For school. And all of a sudden, I'm having this I don't know, hay fever. My nose is just gushing clear snot, I feel fantastic. I don't have anything wrong with me. My body's feeling good except for
maybe just allergies or just from dusting or cleaning.
And I think that's what it's from because, I feel fantastic. But
that's awesome.
Except now my gush is gushing and I can't stop it. I've taken some Advil, sinus, and see you tomorrow pills. And yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Hope you get better. Yeah, I hope you get better. Definitely.
Yeah, I hope so.
Also, point two, honestly, with all the illnesses going around right now, I mean, you're talking besides COVID, you got standard flu and colds. If you were just to get sick, wake up one day and you're just sick, I don't even know if I would go get COVID tested. I would just plan on just locking myself up for the next 5 days. You know what I mean?
I'm out.
I'm sick. I got some kind of sick. I'm out for 5 days. I'm not even gonna bother getting tested.
You mean doing the thing that most people should be doing over the years is if you feel a little sniffle, don't go to work, stay home.
Don't spread it. Yeah. Let's not go to a rock concert. Might have to sell those tickets. And then
how about the people that know they have it and then still oh, well, I'm just gonna
run to the store.
Do my own thing. Yeah. And I'm embarrassed. So
I feel fine.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed. So I'm not really going to tell anybody. So I'm just going to kind of keep it to myself.
At the point, it's if you're feeling sick and you could possibly have COVID, just stay the fuck home. You're going to go in line. Then you have COVID, then you're going to go stand in line with 100 other people and fucking get tested. At this point, just go stay at home and just, drink fluids and stay away from everyone for 5 days.
Yeah. Right? It's hard to say. It really is. Cause
is it worth going to get tested at this point? You're sick. Just don't even go out.
Which, right. Because what is this? Is it just a freaking,
obviously depending on if you're vaccinated or not. Obviously if you're vaccinated, is it less time? I don't know. Same time? 5 days? Is that what they're saying?
I honestly don't even know anymore. I'm all I know is what it took for me to get back and forth from Canada, and it was a shit show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't wait to hear about all that.
Yeah, it's just it's kind of crazy, but
Yeah, so I knew when you flew out, you were flying out. Or do we need to do an intro here? Do we need to do an intro?
oh yeah, so DMudd OFace show. D, what up, bud? Good to have you
What
back.
up?
2022.
Happy New Year.
Let's do it. Things are going so well. What is it? This one?
Yeah.
Then you'll miss and go through the nose and have half your face. You'll still be alive. Nobody wants that either. You know, this one.
Yeah.
It's gonna miss.
Yeah. It's just like shoots. Like you have like this weird hair lip.
Well, it's so funny because I've been thinking about our off season here for the last couple weeks, and we had the like complete opposite trips. Vacation.
Yes. Yeah.
A little bit of a holiday trips that we both went on, pretty aggressive and lots of fun. But they were like the complete opposite of our trips. You went to beautiful, warm, enjoyable Hawaii. And I went to the cold butthole of of Canada.
Canada, yeah.
Which is actually colder than Antarctica when I was there. Yeah. It was colder than Antarctica where I went.
Wow.
Yeah, I was so I went to Regina.
What's it called?
Regina.
Oh, Regina. Okay.
Yeah. And that's in Saskatchewan. It's right above North Dakota.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, hey. Yeah.
Whoa, yeah. Don't you know?
Don't you know?
Don't you know? So we had to fly into Williston because we didn't have a passport, like I mentioned.
Oh, you freaking hoser.
North Dakota.
You hoser.
Hosers.
So you flew you flew out of Palm Springs.
Yeah.
That was the last time we checked in.
This is fucking
Palm
crazy.
Springs for the night, fly to Palm Springs, fly to North Dakota.
That perfect. So Palm Springs night, wake up, go to North Dakota, right?
Yep.
Perfect, no problem. Get to North Dakota. We get to get out of there. It's fucking like so cold outside. But luckily my sister-in-law was right there to pick us up, grabbed us, and then boom, we're off to Canada. So it takes us about 3-hour drive, really, done, to get from North Dakota across the border and then into Regina. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So and then it was pretty amazing. I mean, it was a lot to do to get there, but once we got there, it was
how about crossing the border? How was that?
Oh, so wasn't that bad actually? Like they barely looked at our vaccination. Like we had to kind of show stuff and give our passports, and Asher didn't have his at that time, so we had to give his birth certificate, and it went pretty smoothly. We were thinking of some really bad things that could have happened there, like they could have not thought that something was right with our passports or with our vaccination cards or whatnot. But overall, the lady was looking at stuff for about 20 minutes, and she went, well, you know what? I am going to have to inform you guys of something. And when all of our hearts just freaking dropped, like, oh God. She's like, Ophelia's been randomly picked to do a COVID test, at-home COVID test. So we just have to give you this COVID test. You got to take it back to where you're going, do a test, call in, and do this little thing to I'm like, oh my God. I thought you were gonna say like you can't come across the border. You can't come in at all right now.
Yeah.
So it was, thank God, that's all we had to do is we had to get to our location in Regina and do her little test a day later and all that good stuff. And obviously she passed. We were good to go, but it took a lot to go there, and
that's a lot, yeah.
Sorry,
lesson learned.
Yeah, it's traveling these days is pretty freaking crazy.
It's hard, yeah. Yeah, I know.
It's pretty nuts, but overall, it was cold as shit in Regina, as we knew.
Yeah.
It got to about minus 40 Celsius.
Did you get any Molsons?
No Molsons. No.
Oh fuck.
No, no Molsons. I did have a Pilsner. That's another local.
Oh,
Uh,
you don't drink beer anymore, huh?
if that's all the go-to is, then yeah, I will. But
Okay.
um, not too much.
No Labatt's?
Didn't even have Labatt's. I didn't even think that's a thing anymore. I don't even
It
know.
is. I love Molson Goldens though.
Oh yeah, those are pretty good. Those are good. But
Yeah.
remember Labatt's? Like they were the times the big, really strong ones back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
You get faded off like two.
Nice. Were you able to do your dream of ice hockey?
So two things happened that were pretty big for me. Is I got to play in my brother-in-law's 50-year outside hockey game on shoes on like a tennis rink, tennis court kind of a
Okay.
thing in shoes and all that. But I was able to play in that, and which
You
was
didn't
awesome. Outside, it's
you didn't
snowing.
you didn't
My
fall and burst
eyelashes are
your
free. My eyelashes are freezing. Eyebrows are freezing. I mean, literally. I mean, you're closing your eyes and feeling like ice clicking together. It
Wow.
was
That's
pretty
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
I got drafted on a team randomly. We ended up winning. I ended up bagging 2 goals. Bunch
Nice.
against a bunch of Canadians, even with a hernia problem.
Yeah, to say you got your hernia stuff.
Everyone knew not to hit me, and I was kind of like the guy to kind of like not body check into the corner.
Yeah.
But yeah, bagged a couple goals. We won the Hochaluga Cup. So that was fun. And then the last day that we were there, we went out to the Buffalo Pound out in Moose Jaw. And it was lake, huge lake, and frozen lake, about 24 inches thick is the ice,
Wow.
right? And you just see like all these campers out there ice fishing and
Ice
stuff.
fishing, nice.
Yeah, our buddy Kelly Markowicz, his whole family has like a whole like spread out there, and they had their camper out on the water, and
Nice.
they caught a nice little awesome fish when we were out there. And my wife dug grinded out a fishing hole with a
Nice. Yeah, a little
yeah
auger thing.
yeah yeah
Little
got video of
drill,
that.
big ass drill.
Yep. And then there was a nice little opening that someone had made, like one of the neighbors, right on this lake. They pushed all the snow back, and then there was a ice rink, and we
Oh
drove out
yeah?
there. Everyone drove out on the lake. I mean, that's where they do it. I guess for every 24 inches can hold 30,000 pounds. You
Oh
know,
yeah?
so cars are fine out there.
Yeah.
So we went out there, and I strapped them on. I strapped on the old skates. Had to take
Nice.
it mellow, but I did a couple laps. Got the stick out. You know, dribbled around with the puck a little bit, and
Nice.
felt pretty good. It was
I
cold.
bet.
It's cold.
Cool. Oh, shit.
It's pretty
Yeah,
cold.
frozen guy. There's a frozen guy out there. Frozen
What's great
pops.
is inside of that his little camper, where they're all doing the ice fishing. They got a wood fire,
Okay, yeah.
stove in there that's
Yeah,
keeping
usually
everything
pretty
warm.
warm, yeah.
And maybe 1, 2 people could sleep in there if you really wanted to kind of like do
Yeah,
the
yeah.
overnighter. But yeah, overall, a fantastic trip. Hard to keep kids inside when it's we got 4 little
Yeah.
toddlers inside going crazy,
That's
fighting
cold
and
that
stuff.
cold outside.
And we're like, "Go outside." They're like, "No,
Yeah,
it's cold
and
outside."
you gotta, like, bundle them all up and yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a whole process. I mean, it takes about
Yeah.
7 minutes for everybody to get their shit on
Shoes
to get
on,
outside.
boots, gloves, big coats,
Head
yeah.
things you pull over, toques to go on top. You got to like triple layer. You got to do like undergarments, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's just a whole other thing. But it was fun. The kids did sledding and all that kind of stuff,
Oh,
and
good.
yeah, drank, did lots of drinking.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
It just sucked. I was planning on like watching like the Kings play like a bunch of Canadian teams when I was there, and then the NHL got canceled.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, for like 2 weeks over that whole trip, they canceled the NHL due to COVID.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they literally postponed all games. So I missed a bunch of those.
Oh, that
But
stinks.
I went into we watched the Regina Pats play. They're a WHL team, the Western
Okay.
Hockey League. Like minor, it's kind of minor league
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
junior
Did you
hockey,
go
right?
there?
Yeah, went to 3 games in a week.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was pretty it's pretty awesome, yeah. Just sat
Nice.
real close, and
Oh
they
yeah.
only get me there's maybe like 3,000-4,000 people there, but,
Oh
uh,
wow. That's still a
they
good
literally have
turnout.
the best player in junior hockey on their team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty, Connor Bedard is his name. So he wasn't there for the first 2 games because of the tournament, the junior tournament was happening. Then
Yeah.
it got canceled. Then they came home. We saw him play 1 game. He scored 4 goals in the game that we went to,
Wow.
and he's gonna be like a number 1 draft pick in like a year or 2, but
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
16 years old, bro. I'm all Canadian up, dude. I'm fucking amped.
You're in?
Yeah, yeah, I'd rather be Canadian at this point in my life.
That's how was it getting home afterwards? Did it drive you
Rough.
back?
So finally, to end this whole awesome trip we had, um, Asher got his passport. The passport got sent. Finally came to us, and we had one of our neighbors that came over to the house, grabbed the passport, and shipped it up to us up to Canada.
Oh really?
So that's a whole other thing. We ended up having to change our flight from back to Wilston. We changed it to fly out of Regina to Vancouver. Supposed to go to Palm Springs. That first leg got canceled on us. We had to book another flight for the next day to take us to LAX, not Palm
Oh wow.
Springs.
That'd
And
be
then
better
from there, my
anyways.
mother-in-law had to pick us up and drive us back to, Long
But
Beach.
where's
And
your
then
car at?
so right now, my wife is just driving my mother-in-law back to Palm Springs right now. She stayed here for a couple nights. She took
Okay.
my car from her house to drive to LAX to get us to drive us to Long Beach. Yeah. And then now she's been here for 2 nights, and now or 2 nights? Yeah. And now my wife just got to Palm Springs right now with her to drop her off, drive back tomorrow. So
Oh
yeah, canceled
Jesus.
flight on the way home, which meant not 4 COVID tests the day before, but since it got canceled, we had to book 4 more COVID tests the next day to get home because there's that 24-hour window that we
Yeah,
were having to
yeah.
do. Oh, good God, man.
That
And to come
sucks.
home to realize everyone I know has fucking COVID right now. I don't know where you're at, but everybody's got it. I don't
No,
know.
I've been good. We've been good. We did Monday. Tam brought home since it was the first day back to school. Monday, she brought home some at-home tests.
Okay.
So we did them and we sent them in, but we haven't heard back yet.
Uh-oh.
So I mean, and now it's been like 2 days since I mailed those. So I feel fine. None of us have any symptoms or anything, so we've been good.
Dude, I come home and I knew 5 people close to me that have it.
Yeah, but it sounds like it's all been pretty minor for the most part for everyone.
Yeah, mostly. I
Most
mean,
part, yeah. Just like
I
shitty
know that.
aches and pains. Like,
I mean, I've heard of people that have had like crazy symptoms, and they're just out of their mind, and they're the ones that aren't been vaccinated. They've had
yeah,
more issues, and it
of
seems like
course.
the people that I don't right now that got it are vaccinated, but having kind of medium to low kind of symptoms.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But and
As
they're
we
still
as we
some of them are
should.
still confused on where they got it, you know?
Yeah, right.
Like, they're like, "Well, I mean, I was around people that were all vaccinated and that was all kind of being a tight-knit group and, like, don't know how that happened," you know?
Well, again, you can still get it, right? Vaccinated, so you can still kind of pass it along, I guess.
And then I guess in Canada, a lot of the people are just getting their booster right now.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's the vaccination is rolling out, slower there, but tests are all over the place. Like, they
yeah.
pass out some. I can't find tests here right now anymore. With CVS, they got nothing at CVS.
That's what I hear.
Right, same kind of thing. They're passing out tests, but the vaccination is harder to roll out for them right now because some are just getting their second, and all of them or a lot of other ones are just getting their booster right now too.
Okay.
But and I heard once we got there, stories of people that had like COVID. I mean, our Pete's brother-in-law just had it right before we got there.
Oh,
He's like,
yeah.
I didn't show up. I didn't see you guys for like 4 or 5 days before because I just got over it. I'm like, oh my God. He's like, I was sick like a fucking dog. Like the worst thing I've ever dealt with in my life. Like, oh my God.
That sucks.
You know, I know. And then even like Pete's cousin had like, we saw her the day of for a movie. And that night she went to a party. And then the next day she tested positive.
Oh,
And like,
jeez.
God, and then
She was just
realized
with them the day before.
The day before, and realized that night she got it from someone at the party that she went to after hanging out with us. So we're like, oh my God, do we just dodge a bullet there? You know? I don't.
Yeah, yeah. Because
I mean,
imagine if you would have gotten it while you were there, that would have sucked. That would have
we would
extended your
never
trip out.
leave.
Yeah.
We would never would have gone.
You'd still be there.
Oh, that would not have worked. That was not going to work anymore.
That would have been a nightmare.
But you know what's great is I traveled there with my my e-pens, you know, to smoke there.
Yep.
And when I was there, went into one of their pharmacies because it's all legal there. Yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
Picked up a couple of edibles and, you know,
Oh, nice.
another vape and pretty well. I just have to say, I'm gonna end on this one is when you tell people in Regina or anywhere in Canada that you're from California in the dead of winter, they don't just look at you like you're dumb. They basically say it out loud. Like, why the fuck would you come here? What made you come here?
Yeah, now.
Right now, when it's the coldest it's ever been here in like 10 years.
That's crazy.
They're like, oh, well, just kind of wanted to see, you know, what it's all about, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Why did you come here?
Well, you know,
my wife's my sister-in-law married this dude who lived in Canada. They're like, oh, okay, got it now. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically, that's what happened.
Come up and visit the family.
Yeah, the family. And a big Greek family. Yeah.
And I'm a freaking big hockey guy, and I want to freaking ice skate on a pond.
But do you understand what it takes to get to make that whole thing sound like a normal thing to do?
Yeah.
Like, yes,
they do it all the time.
Yeah, but they're like they're leaving. They want to leave the place.
Oh yeah,
that I'm coming to. You know, so yeah, but I'm glad with it. It was, I guess, if I had to deal with that kind of cold all the time, I'd probably be pretty annoyed by it too. But to go there once in a blue moon,
I mean, you live there. I mean, yeah, you gotta know what to expect.
Exactly, and it's good. I got to fulfill my dream, like I said. So I'm pretty stoked on that. It was a big deal for me. I've been thinking most of my life, I've been dreaming of just skating on a pond. And ever since I read the Wayne Gretzky autobiography. So I got to thank that family and Pete and everybody for making it happen for me.
Nice.
You know, feel like a champion.
Did you do any polar bear plunges or anything while you were there?
Not so much, but like I said, I played that outside hockey thing with my face literally freezing off.
Okay.
You know, it's pretty good.
Any poutine? Any good poutine?
Oh, I made poutine actually for because I would stay home and make food for the kids while people are running around doing my own, you know, doing what I do, you know, and then, you know, one of the aunts brought some gravy over and I was making fries and chicken fingers. And then my niece Kate was like, oh, let's put the gravy on, make some poutine. I'm like, oh, I got it. So I made cheesy fries and then I slapped some gravy on that shit and she just lapped it up and there was
gravy on everything.
Gravy on this. Oh, and the amount of Greek food that Pete's mom makes that we're just given like bread upon bread. Everything's fucking bread. It's all bread. Everything is fucking bread. Or you call it
carb-loaded dinner again in that, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cakes, pies, fucking, I mean.
Your cakes had cakes.
Cakes had cakes. Oh, yeah, yeah. Is it a pie? Is it a cake? We don't even know anymore. Is it bread?
We put a pie in the cake.
Yeah. Oh, no. No, there's a name for it. That someone puts fucking money in the goddamn cake.
Oh,
so you're going through this cake. Every slice represents a person. They count out a certain amount, and there's got to be coins in there. And then if it lands on you, you get the fucking lucky coin for the next year or something. It's like a New Year's Greek type of thing. Well, Asher won, so
nice.
I'll take our luck was getting home. And I was like,
right.
yes.
Eventually
We did. Yes.
Yeah,
It was good. It was actually, once we did, it was a smooth ride home. It
so
really
when did you
was.
get home?
We finally got home on Tuesday. We were supposed to get home Monday. We got home
Just this Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And then Asher went back to school Wednesday. Ophelia was not feeling good yesterday, so she went back to school today for some reason.
To spread that COVID love.
Hey, we were tested, bro. We got tested 2 times each. Dude, what's funny is
the COVID sprinkler.
I left, and none of the people that I knew or that no one had COVID before.
They're all dead. All dead now.
Everyone come
Everyone's
home.
Dead.
The fucking world has COVID now.
Yeah, everyone's dead.
Everybody.
You're like, fuck, I missed 3 funerals.
They're just dropping like flies.
It's like, fuck, got home from Canada. Happy New Year to me. I just missed 3 funerals. Holy shit. What's going on?
Did I like those people? Let me see.
Yeah, you got more freaking invites to a funeral than you did Christmas cards this year.
Yeah, I mean, that's fucking crazy. I mean, I'm gonna let you go. I mean, but I get so many fucking cards when we came back. It was crazy. So many cards.
We didn't hardly get any this year. We didn't.
What?
No one really likes us anymore.
Well, we don't give cards out, which we feel like losers. Once we get so many cards, so don't get offended that we didn't send you one. We don't send anybody cards. So
I was kind of under the impression a lot of people just didn't do cards this year, but who knows? Maybe
I got more than usual. How about that?
Oh, that's good. Good to hear.
Maybe they took you off the list, FA.
Yeah. They must have thought I got COVID and died or something.
Well, you didn't. You're still here. And
still here.
Like I was trying to say earlier, was we had like the opposite when it comes to location and temperature for your holiday extravaganza that you went to.
Yeah. So this was different for us because obviously, as I stated last time, I went to Hawaii for Christmas, back before New Year's, but went to Hawaii for Christmas. So really, our biggest hiccup with the traveling was when we left. We knew going into Hawaii that we'd probably have to do some pre-COVID scannings or whatever we would need to get done. So we 2 days before our flight, we preloaded, which we thought we were doing this correctly, preloading our vaccination cards on the site and signing all the documents and doing all that stuff. Well, it turns out you have to do all that within 24 hours of your flight. So everything we did previously was a waste. So we're trying to complete it while we're at the airport, and it became an hour hassle of trying to get all the rescanning, off our cell phones, our vaccination cards, the kids, ours, redoing all the documents. We think we did it right, and it didn't come out right. And then we finally got to see we finally saw some guy who was a specialist at completing the forms that worked for United, and he did it. So it wasn't a big deal. So,
but literally, they went from 72 hours to travel to 24 hours in one day. That what you needed to travel.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of happened, I think, with you. You did something that took 72 hours to leave the country.
We didn't have to have any.
Finally left, it took.
We didn't have to have any pre-tests at all. Pre-COVID.
Oh, you didn't have to have any, did you?
No tests. We just had to show vaccination cards, stuff proof of that. So we did that
not under a time frame though. You didn't have or test it or anything.
No, we didn't get. None of us got tested at all the whole time and coming home.
That's American. Yeah, that's the American way.
Because we were doing, we were flying domestically. You were international. Yeah. So actually went off, was great. Flew out the 22nd, was in Honolulu for a little layover. Then our first stop was in Kauai. Never been to Kauai before.
I've been.
Yeah, pretty cool. Like I said, there's a lot of the roosters just running around all over the place.
Did you do the road to Hana?
That's Maui.
Okay, well, did you go there next?
We did Kauai. We did not have a rental car.
Oh,
So
okay.
we just stayed locally and just did everything by foot or rented the bikes through the we didn't borrow the bikes through the hotel, rode the bikes around. So we found a lot of spots and this and that. I did book like a kayaking hiking trip to a waterfall, so we did that.
Sweet.
That was fun. Yeah, we were there
Well,
for a couple of days.
did you jump off of any cliffs or anything? Any rocks?
We didn't do any cliff jumping, but we like went behind the waterfall.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it was like a good distant waterfall, probably like 100-foot waterfall or so, and just went behind it. It was pretty intense. Put the whole fan back there, just like
Nice.
water just shooting up, like it's the
Nice.
noise and the pressure of the water. Like you had to like breathe like in like real deep breaths when you were back there because the oxygen behind there. So
Right.
it's like pretty intense. So that's cool. And then
Kauai was the first stop.
Kauai was the first stop. So when we got there, we were talking to a couple people that been there, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, like today's been like one of the better days we've had. It's been raining nonstop." So we're like, "Oh crap, you know, is there winter there?" So believe it or not, you think Hawaii, you're thinking like 80-degree weather, nice all the time. It was not the case. Like even the whole trip, it was mostly cloudy, sunny most days. Would rain a little bit at night. Got a couple like day showers briefly, like between both islands.
Right.
But it wasn't like crazy sun. It was like mid to high 70s. But you know, we still went snorkeling. The water was warm. Still like in shorts and sandals, t-shirts every day.
What beach did you snorkel on in Kauai?
So Kauai, we didn't really snorkel. We didn't really snorkel at all. The kids tried to out in front of the hotel, but just the waves were just too much there. It was just nothing to see there. And then I don't know. So I enjoyed the thought of like traveling during the holidays, but I kind of like also missed the fact like being home for Christmas was kind of weird.
Same with us.
Just because the fact that when Christmas Day hit, like we were in Kauai for like half the day, and then we had then we traveled over to the Big Island. So it was like it kind of like I'm at a fucking airport bar on Christmas Day, just drinking beers, you know, like waiting for the next flight.
Hey, the bad thing, it's Christmas. The best thing is you're drinking beers.
Yeah, so, yeah. I'm talking to like a couple of just like degenerates sitting at the bar. Like one guy was plastered. Like he had to he was flying from Kauai to like Salt Lake, and then he had to do a Salt Lake to San Diego to go see his sister for the holidays. Like I'm like, oh fuck off.
He's like, I'm going here, back.
He was shit faced too. So it was pretty comical actually. Like just doing that. I'm kind of like, okay, this isn't the best. Like I guess if we did a travel thing for Christmas, we would just get there and enjoy our time Christmas, right? We wouldn't want to make Christmas Day the day we traveled. So
yeah, you know, I can understand that.
Yeah, so we got in like half the day in Kauai, but then we had to travel the rest. And so we flew to the Big Island, but we flew into Hilo. Or no, Kona is what we flew into. And then we had to go deal with the rental car thing. We get to the rental car place, and they don't have our rental car. Like they have no record of us getting a rental car. And this was booked through Costco. And we have our invoice from Costco stating we get the rental car, but they have no record of us on file of a rental car. So we're like, crap. So they ended up giving us a sweet deal, and we ended up getting a better car than we were supposed to. They're like, well, you could just pick between this or that. So we took it was a Ford Explorer. We were only supposed to get like a Toyota Camry kind of car. So
once they told you that it wasn't working, were you like, this is not going to work?
No, it was great. They're going to offer us a sports car at first, but I'm like, fuck, we got luggage and 2 kids. I'm like, yeah, if it was just the wife and I, it'd be sweet.
Yeah, right.
You know, but I'm like, no, we took the Ford Explorer. So it was great. It was actually a nice car. So I'm not a big Ford guy, but it was actually a pretty nice one. One of the newer ones.
They're getting better. Ford's getting better.
It's got those, the big open sunroof, like the big thing. Like kids had captain's chairs in the back, and there was even a 3rd row in the back. Plenty of room for our luggage.
It almost sounds like a minivan in a sense.
It was kind of, yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, exactly. It
Nice.
was either that or a Ford Escape, one of those like little box kind of cars. But we went to
Yeah,
Explorer instead.
but I feel like you have more room in that Escape, right?
I thought we would. I probably would have had a little bit more room, but I think we had plenty of room in what we had for just the four of us. Yeah, it was plenty. It
But
was
your
fine.
kids are getting big, so you never know.
Yeah, yeah, especially the 14-year-old.
Right, so you get over to the Big
So we got
Island.
to Bug Island. We had to deal with the rental car thing. That took a little bit. We ended up just like paying for it. Now we're just haggling with Costco. So Costco is going to refund us at some point for it.
That's what they're good for. You know, they're good like
Exactly.
that.
So it wasn't no big deal. So we paid for it on our end. So then we're staying on the Hilo side though. So then I had to drive an hour and a half in the dark between two volcanoes to get to the other side of the island, which I knew it was going to be a little bit of a jaunt, and I knew it was going to be about an hour and a half drive, but it was just kind of like
There and back?
to get to Kona, from Kona to Hilo, it's about an hour and a half. So by the time we landed, and here it is, Christmas Day again, right?
And you're driving.
Now we're flying at night. I land there at night. Now I got to get the rental car, dealing with that. Now I'm going to drive an hour and a half in the dark, and I get in the rental car, and we're driving up the road, and we're like, shit, like doesn't even have a full tank. Like it only had like 3 bars.
Oh no! Geez.
Yeah. So we're like, screw it. Well, okay, we'll just, it says we have this many miles. Let's get on the road. Well, little we know, like half the time we're driving to Hilo. That's mostly uphill, right?
Oh, you're just eating gas.
So just eating gas, and we made it in the Hilo finally with about 15 miles before our gas tank ran out. I was pulling over at some random gas station. We all got like Christmas shirts on and stuff, like
Christmas Day.
it's Christmas Day, and it was fine. Really, it wasn't that bad. We gassed it up, got to the hotel. Of course, we get to the hotel. It's a shit show there. We paid extra to have a freaking balcony room, and they didn't have any more balcony rooms. We just got stuck with one room. We had to stay in that room for like 2 days, and then they finally were able to get us one like 2 days later, and we transfer all our shit over. So, but all in all, we had a good time. That I really recommend the Big Island if you're ever thinking of going to Hawaii, because I feel like there was a lot of cool shit to do there. If you wanted to do like the touristy nightlife.
What hotel did you stay at?
It was
Hilton?
a Marriott. It was it was a Hilton. Yeah, it was a DoubleTree Hilton. Yeah.
I think we got to look into that because I feel like that might be because
we went in Hilo.
We went to the Big Island.
Did you stay in Hilo or
3 years ago, and I think that's where we stayed. We did the same kind of thing.
Hilo?
Yeah, it's very touristy, kind of, right?
Well, Kona is very touristy.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean Hilo, it can be like in the little downtown section, but that whole strip down in Kona down there is like bars and restaurant upstairs, downstairs bars, like all like almost around the coast down in there. But it was cool. Like we had a good time. Like found a couple like parks that we can just go to during the day to do some snorkeling. One of the parks I went to, like full sea turtles just swimming right with you.
Sea turtles,
sea turtles, baby.
I love sea turtles.
All swimming around you. It was crazy. Like I was trying to give them space.
There's so many of them, right?
Yeah. It was like there was like a good like 3 or 4 of them in this little bay area. Nice. So that was pretty cool.
Got to see
an active volcano.
Sweet.
Yeah, went up to the Volcano National Park. Got hiking in some like big crater. Got to see like the smoke coming out of it. Like, got to see all the steam just coming out of the ground.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's pretty great. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, with that being said, I think we were on the other side of the island. I don't think we were close to the volcano side of the island.
Yeah, we were close to the volcano side. So it was only like 30 minutes for us. So we went a couple days in a row.
And then did a little hike to the top or something?
No. Well, when you kind of get there, you're kind of already on the top. So we did the hike down in the valley and walked down inside the crater.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool. Yeah. Then we, just tooled around town, found some other little waterfall areas to go sightsee at and just chill.
Did you say tools around town?
Tools, yeah, tooled around town.
No, you guys are a bunch of tools around town.
Yeah. So we actually really didn't get a chance to really enjoy snorkeling until our last day. We our our flight was back at Kona, but our flight was a red-eye flight.
Oh,
So we got up in the morning, packed, had like a brunch, headed back over the hour and a half over, back to the other side. And then we're driving around the coast down there, down through Kona, checking that out. And we found a little cool beach area where a lot of people they were snorkeling at. It was a great little spot. We all got in there, just freaking. As soon as you got in there, it was just like fish. Kids were like freaking out, like loving it, like seeing all the coral reefs and the fish, and did that. And then we went to a luau that night.
Oh,
like 5 o'clock.
Good one?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It was good. Yeah, it was good. Oh, bless you. Got that Rona. That Rona, baby. Yeah, so we did a luau. I was just drinking a bunch of Mai Tais, and then we just drove then we just drove like 20 minutes down the road to the airport and just waited that out till I had to take that flight home.
When you're blasting those Mai Tais, that flight is easy breezy.
Yeah. I fell right asleep.
Oh yeah.
I had like a hooded, because you got to fly with your mask on and stuff, and like, a 5.5 hour flight or something like that. So I got my hooded sweatshirt and I just turned it around where I got basically the hood over my face, wrapped.
Yeah,
it's like
that's perfect.
And then I was like ducked in there, and I pulled my mask down, and I kind of just had it all covered over me, and I just kind of like slept that way.
What? I don't know if you can tell, but see how red my nose is right now?
You got some snow burn?
No, and then this side, I got more redness there.
Yeah.
I mean, I get this around like the dry time, but fucking mask over my face all the time. Sitting here rubbing right here, over here, rubbing this area.
Here, like Neosporin that or Vaseline that or something.
I have cream. I got fucking cream.
Vagisil is not going to do it.
Nothing is going to remove my vagina
from my vagina.
So overall, would you say you had a good trip?
Overall, I don't know when or I'll really rush to go back to Hawaii, honestly. Had a great time. We had fun, besides yelling at the kids, for 8 days straight.
But, I was just going to ask, 8 days, huh? Wow.
9 days, yeah. It was like total of 9. Everything.
That's a fucking long time.
Yeah, so Hawaii is fucking expensive, which I already knew that going into it. I already knew that going into it, obviously. Right. It's super expensive.
But the flights are cheap, right? The flights were probably...
Yeah, they were reasonable.
Inexpensive.
We booked. It was a whole package thing through Costco, so it was.
Costco. You know what you could do right now with Costco? You could return your trip, can't you?
Yeah.
Be like, listen, I'm going to return my trip. It just didn't kind of work out. I heard you guys returned everything, so you guys good with that?
Yeah.
Can you return it? I mean, I heard someone returned a freaking like a spa. They had a spa like in their backyard, and they're like, it's been working for 6 months. All of a sudden, they're like, I need you guys to come and pick up my spa.
Yeah, I mean, probably have a 1-year warranty on it.
I mean, they'll take anything, but
yeah.
But I don't.
All good trip, yes. Expensive. Little issue sometimes dealing with the locals, because I don't know if they're just they're just
they're assholes.
Yeah. Met some nice ones. Some were assholes, and it's kind of like, and I get it. I get it. Between the 2 islands we went to, it's very local. Like Kona and Kauai and Hawaii are very local islands.
Hawaii is very local for sure.
Maui and Honolulu are more geared towards people dealing with the tourists. You know what I mean?
But the reality is, you guys are marks. It just is. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
They see Californians a mile away, or any tourist.
Or just tourists, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, in general.
White as day for white people.
Yeah, and you just have to navigate through the fucking thing.
Yeah,
You know.
it was fine though. It was a fun trip. It was fun. We were happy to get home. Missed the dog. We got home the 30th, and then next days, freaking New Year's Eve, and it
Oh,
was
so yeah. So you're there for the day for Christmas and all that, and he got home before New Year's.
yep. And then we were
And
home.
then,
We had a good 4 days at home. Got laundry done, all that stuff, and then just got acclimated back to normalcy, and then back to the fucking grind. Shot out of a cannon Monday morning.
fucking
Back to
bro.
school, back to work.
Make that fucking
Where's that
picture.
gun at? Where's that gun at?
I gotta make money. No, don't get money.
Reality.
Life's a bitch.
Holidays are over. It's all done.
I'm sure. What day did you get your Christmas lights down?
This last Sunday.
I figure.
I got up Sunday morning. I got up Sunday morning because I was a little hungover Saturday from New Year's Eve.
I mean, of course.
So I was like thinking, oh, maybe I'll do it Saturday, depending on how I'm feeling. Yeah, I feel like shit. I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. Just got my traditional Jack in the Box. It was my normal New Year's Day tradition.
What are you talking about? You did
tacos.
You did your regular Jack in the Box?
Yeah. Oh yeah. New Year's.
Oh no, you ate Jack in the Box.
Yeah, New Year's tradition, baby.
Oh God, I thought you jacked in a box.
Oh, I did both.
Sorry, I misheard that.
It's a staple around here.
Of course. Oh, you know what? It's the greasy shit. And if you like Jack in the Box, you'll be stoked. That with Del Taco addition to the Jack in the Box.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that's crazy. They're
combining the Del Taco to the Jack in the Box.
Yeah. So it was Sunday rolled around. I felt fine Sunday, and I was like, I'm getting these damn lights down. So we both, wife worked on the inside, I did the outside. Boom, got together in the middle, just fucking put it all away, and it was like on the couch for football by the time the Niner game started at 1.
Beautiful. Let me guess. Do you have anything that's baseball related this weekend?
Yes.
Yes. Evaluations?
Saturday.
Yes. Sunday.
Your Sunday?
Yeah, shit's happening already.
I know. It starts so soon.
God damn, just like that.
Saturday is evaluations.
Yeah.
JJ.
Asher. Yeah.
Yeah. The big guy's got volleyball tournament, so the missus is taking him to that, and I'm taking the little one to. I got lucked out, and I only have to do just the baseball tryout thing. She's gonna spend all day in a gymnasium, just fucking hearing whistles all day and fucking balls bouncing everywhere.
Ouch!
And it's one of those one-day tournament. It's one of those one-day tournaments too, and it's gonna be like she's gonna be there for like 8 hours. It's gonna be a fucking grind.
Did your son got the good, like the climb, the ladder, and then the?
He's getting better. He's getting better. Yeah, he's enjoying the sport.
That's good sport.
Yeah, it's active.
Long Beach State, bro. They are the world. They won back-to-back championships, college championships for men's indoor volleyball. So
yeah, he's really into it. So I'm like,
Long Beach is a good fucking school too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, for sure.
It's fucking good, bro.
Maybe he'll end up there.
He better. He'd be a 49er. Oh wait.
Yeah, I'll take
49ers anymore. Not anymore. Not anymore. Now they're the Sharks.
Oh, boo.
I know. But they still got the dirt bags.
That's good. So yeah, I got that. And I got our first flag football game tomorrow night.
Who's playing that? You and Tam?
No, we did co-ed softball last night.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So, you know what I do? I don't tell my wife that I signed the kids up for all the sports. I wait to surprise her, and it's less of like it's like once we're already locked in, then like I just have to listen to her complain the whole time instead of in the beginning be like, hey, should we sign Ophelia up for fast pitch softball? She'd be like, she'd come up with all these excuses. So it's better if I just don't tell her to sign them up.
Exactly.
And then I'll just hear her complain.
And it's good to do that with the kids too. It's like, oh, guess what? You have baseball tryouts this weekend. You're like, kids just don't have an opportunity to get out of it. It's like
right.
already in.
Right. They both already gave me verbal commitments. Like, yeah, I want to play baseball again. Yeah, I want to play softball again. I'm like, okay, I heard what you said.
Yeah. They're going to tell me twice.
Don't have to tell me. I'm going to be assistant coach. Oh, she's going to fucking hate me. She's going to hate me.
For both.
Because now Asher has 2 practices a week and a game. And then we have Ophelia's practice and a game. So it's now going to be 5 days a week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It only gets worse. It only gets worse from there.
I know.
Pretty soon it's going to be 7 days a week.
Ooh. What are we gonna do? We got nothing else to do. Got nothing else to do.
I'll tell you what you won't. I'll tell you what you won't be doing. You won't be jacking in a box.
I have no time for that.
You might be jacking in the trunk of your car.
I do it. I have barely time to jack it anytime. I'm tired. I'm too tired. I'm too busy.
Yeah, right. This one, shit, shower, shave, and go to bed.
I want to lay down, put something on, and clock out.
Yeah.
All the good stuff.
You're here on that.
So I wanted to bring I wanted to show a little more respect because there was a big icon that we lost. I think you kind of were a fan of her too. But Betty White, that was a rough one over the last couple of weeks, at the end of, I got to give her credit, hung in there till 99,
Yeah, fell just a little short, man, of her 100th birthday.
But the saying is, like we say about Grandma Ophelia, she died at 99 too. I don't think people want to go to 100. I think everyone was like 99. I'm out.
I can't believe I made it this long.
I got it this long. I didn't even want to see 100 because now it's like going to be a thing of like, 100. 99 is like, that's good. Fuck.
Yeah, no, pretty awesome. Actually, since I was hungover this last Saturday and she had passed away on Friday, I was lucky enough to turn on TV Land, and they had just nothing but Golden Girl, Best of Betty White, Golden Girl reruns. So I probably laid in bed for like 2 hours and watched like 4 episodes. Great show. I still watch it. I've been watching it leading into before her death, like recently.
Oh yeah. Oh God, I will put it on all the time. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's
just
hilarious.
To put it on. And she played the perfect part. They all were perfect, and she played that ditzy kind of like funny lady,
Midwesterner, ditzy. Yeah,
and she nailed her. Like every time she came in with her lines, they were just out of the park home runs.
Exactly. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
That's a tough one. That was a tough one. I think it hurt.
Especially New Year's Eve.
What's up?
Especially New Year's Eve.
Is that what happened? Was that the night?
Yeah. It was just like, damn, dude. One last kick in the nuts, huh? 2021.
Like, do I even have any of those left now?
Yeah, right. They're like, yeah.
They've been stomped on. They've been vaccinated. They've been boosted.
Yeah.
They've been vasectomated.
Everything.
They're not even. They're just a piece of like skin hanging down, really, at this point, right?
Yeah, like a foreskin.
They hold no use right now. The testicles hold no use for you and I right now in our life.
But yeah,
all they can do is cause us pain right now is our testicles by sitting on them. I think that's the only. They have no other use.
And I've done that before too. I've sat on them or across my legs or something. And like,
you know who does that? Old motherfuckers do that, and we're old motherfuckers.
Yeah,
I did it just by a nonchalantly, like I was just like, oh,
yeah.
and I squeezed one so fucking hard, almost went down to the ground.
This
Like,
Nutcracker song started playing.
I was like, it still does have feeling down there. My balls still are alive.
Yeah, I have like hangy balls too. So it's like sometimes it's like, yeah, it's like it doesn't take much to just like cross it up.
Big ol' hangers. And you can almost, it hurts so much you can hear it. You know what I mean?
Hitting those Mariah Carey high notes, son.
I mean, it is straight to the gut. You know, it goes into the stomach, out the butthole, back into the butthole, into the intestinal area. That's the pain of sitting on your
terrible
nutsack.
visual right now.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. You know,
it's bad visual.
Totally pretty bad. All right, we can end this. We could, if you got another minute, we could end it with. You got any? What the fuck going on these days?
The shitty 1 year anniversary of January 6th. I'm gonna call it the. I'd call it the erection, but insurrection.
Right.
Of a bunch of snowflakes. Actually, I think that's what it was, right? It was snowflakes, bunch of snowflakes all over the Capitol last year at this time.
Yeah, I would say that.
Sad and lonely snowflakes crying because they lost.
Woohoo, we lost. And a snowflake that was in the fucking office being a little bitch ass and fucking stoking the fire.
Yeah.
What
the saddest thing is people that supported him are still supporting him and still like thinking, oh, whatever happened that day was just like no big deal. Like, what? Can you guys just drop it? It's freaking over, right? Like, oh,
right.
Yeah,
this is not a big deal.
I'm sure they would love that if it was like a Black Lives Matter protest and they tore down.
Oh my God!
Capitol. They'd be losing their absolute goddamn mind.
There'd be mass murder going around.
Hillbillies would have been packing their trucks and driving straight to the Capitol and shooting the place up.
Do you see these people? They're like Kamala Harris, right? They ripped on her today because she was comparing today as like, you know, like the bombing at Pearl Harbor or the 9/11. Kind of.
I don't look at it as that bad, but I definitely look at it as definitely a freaking stain.
I feel like it's a
stain in our history books,
and I don't feel like I can compare it either, though. You can't compare the things.
Not Pearl Harbor to that or 9/11. No, I mean,
those were attacks, right?
Thousands of lives lost, and
those were attacks but also exactly. I can't compare it to that next level. The thing I can be offended by is those were attacks by other countries. This was like an internal attack from our own people in our country on the White House. You know what I mean?
It was the Capitol building, but yeah.
Well, whatever. Sorry, Capitol building. But still, to me, that's pretty offensive. You know what I mean? That's pretty bad.
It's just, it just goes to show that, like, I mean, certain people, like, they obviously bitch and moan about other organizations not getting their way, but are unhappy with the way things are. But it's okay if they do it,
right?
And it doesn't make two wrongs don't make a right, right? Like, whatever they bitched about the women's rights or Black Lives Matter, calling everyone a bunch of scumbags for rioting and burning their town down, and then here they are going to come together, go to a freaking rally, march down the street and attack the Capitol building and have like pre-printed shirts out for the date of it, like knowing going into this event, like this was an event, like this was a planned event, this is what we're going to do, and getting away with it and thinking that was just perfectly okay. Like, oh, we're loving this, we're fighting for our country, or fighting for our freedoms. Like, what, you getting arrested, like someone taking your house from you? Like, you have your freedoms, you just making a big deal out of nothing, mountain out of a molehill.
Rally, right? It's not a rally. That's not a rally. Is not this.
No,
it started as a rally, but yeah, that's what it started as. But that's not how this whole thing ended. You know?
Yeah, it's just the whole thing's just shitty. The thing that really kind of ticks me off about the whole situation, and it's been, besides a lot of people that they've caught and persecuted that have been in the building or infiltrated the building or around it, is they haven't done anything to the people who are on the inside of it.
Right.
I'm talking like the political party members that helped get this thing boots on the ground, these people motivated to come down here and do this. It's been a year, right? Been a year since. I mean, you think you'd want to crack down a little sooner than that? So I don't know why. What's the big, sidestep in? Why can't we just, get this thing going now? So we'll wait and see what happens. But until anything does happen, I don't freaking believe a word they're going to say as far as prosecuting anyone, because I'm sure there's going to be plenty of evidence of people that of helping insurrect and helping motivate and helping fund and get this thing on the ground,
like
on the
people in
inside.
Congress that were
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aides, Congress members, senators. There's definitely been people that, were in on this. So,
yeah, I think so, for sure.
For sure.
We had to, yeah. And even the ones that weren't even part of it, but verbally said stuff out loud,
Giving blueprint plans to people, like where to go, once you get in, this is where you go, this is who you go after, like hardcore shit. And the truth, hopefully, it does come out. And I hope it comes out sooner than later, because I'm kind of
people are going down, right? People are slowly going down, but
but I'm not talking about the people that like attacked. I want to know. I want the people that helped created it. Yeah,
right.
Who helped really create this thing. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. It's a whole shitty situation.
I think it's very offensive, though. Just like everything else that happens that we've been attacked. I feel I'm offended by it. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's offensive, and it feels like an attack on democracy, our democracy.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely stained our country. I feel like sometimes even the American flag itself is stained because of this, because it's been waved so many times as this symbol of like freedom or this and that, but it's been used in so much as a symbol of hate lately that I even like sometimes look at the American flag and like, just you see the people driving around their trucks and got these big flags on there. I'm like, right, you're like the fucking assholes that were fucking at the Capitol that day. That's who you are. Like
they hijacked it. They hijacked the American flag.
Yeah, and they used it as a symbol of hate. That's not a symbol of freedom.
And
like,
taking
you had your freedoms.
And putting the blue line on the flag, and taking the flag and manipulating it to represent certain things. That just is kind of fucked up, really.
Like, you have your freedoms. No one's coming to take your guns. You got your house still. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a bunch of people who get riled up, and are just fed a bunch of hogwash by a fucking professional con man. It's stupid.
I just don't know how we're going to get over this, because the motherfucker's going to run again. You know what I mean?
Nah, I just can't see how it win. No, I don't think that's even going to happen.
I hope not.
He's missed that opportunity.
You think so?
I think so. Well, not missed his opportunity. I think that the ship sailed, and it keeps sailing, because I don't think even some of the people like in his own party are starting to like turn on him. Some
prominent people.
Yeah, we'll see. On another note, I don't really have a what the fuck moment, but I do have a show that I just started watching.
Ooh.
That's only three episodes in, and I haven't watched this type of programming and the style of show since I was a kid. I was curious to see like what it was, because I've been hearing more and more about it, and then I started thinking like, wow, like it'd be kind of interesting to like live in those times, right? And how hard it must have been back then.
Don't even say it. Don't even say it. Don't even say it. I'm gonna say what you're saying. I hope it's not. I don't know if it is, but I'm gonna throw it out there, because I guarantee, because I went to Canada and I got told the same thing by people there too about this show. So I'm wondering if it's the same one. Okay. Hold on.
What do I do? On this count of three?
On three. Okay. On three. We'll say it on three. Okay. Get ready. One, two, 3.
1883.
Yellowstone.
Okay. So you said Yellowstone.
Oh,
I said 1883.
I watched that one. I've not watched one Yellowstone, but I watched 1883 there. All 3, right? All 3, I watched them.
Yeah.
Because everyone there is watching Yellowstone.
Well, Yellowstone was like the first thing, right?
But I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
I haven't either.
Okay.
But this is supposed to be like a tale, like a spin-off of it. Well, not spin-off, but it's like a
it's a prequel.
Prequel, yeah.
That's what I guess I was told. It was like it's before Yellowstone times. Right.
Yeah. So 1883. It's on Paramount Plus, as most people probably know already.
I will take
I don't know.
That daughter is she's in big trouble. Big trouble. She's in big trouble. She gonna marry that cowboy? Is that what she's doing?
No spoilers for anyone.
Oh no, I don't. I don't know. If you've watched all 3 episodes, right? We know where they're at.
Oh no, I have, but I'm not talking about you and I.
Oh yeah. But I'm just saying that cowboy. He gave him permission to court his daughter now.
Kind of.
Well, they had to talk. They had a little talk.
No talk. Yeah. It wasn't like open red carpet.
And she's busting his balls. He's kind of busting her balls a little bit.
Yeah.
I guarantee. It's a good show, though. Episode 4, they're going to be fucking. Let's be real.
This is I'll probably. I think it comes this Sunday morning. I think is when I heard they come out.
Oh, is that when it happens? Once a week? Is that the deal?
Once a week on Sunday mornings. I heard.
Sunday mornings on Paramount. On Paramount
Plus. Yeah, this has been the most the biggest opening for Paramount Plus of the shows that they've released. This one's taken off like wildfire. Yeah.
All because of probably Yellowstone.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, exactly. Yellowstone's obviously helped catapult at that. And plus you got Tim McGraw and Faith Hill and
I know.
And the old guy, what's his name? I forget his name, but he's always
he's my favorite. Yeah. He goes all the way back to Mask. The Cher movie.
Oh yeah. He was the boyfriend.
Yes.
Yeah,
the motorcycle dude.
Yeah.
He's the fucking Sam.
Sam.
Hold on. Hold on. Oh, don't look it up. I'm not going to look it up. Smith. No.
No, you're right with Sam. Sam. It's like on the tip of my tongue. I hate that. But it's a good show. I liked it. I was like, I hadn't really seen a Western in a while. It's not really been my cup of tea to watch, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. I'm like, check it out.
Look at you.
Let's forget must have been some tough ass times to live. You think about they're started they've been traveling and now they are in Texas and now they're gonna try to make it to Oregon on fucking horseback
and try to get over a fucking the Rio Grande or whatever that river is. They're we got to go up around. That's going to take us 3 months, but there's no way we're going to make it across the fucking river.
We need to go west, so that means we got to go through Indian reservations is dangerous. Then you got to
how about the one
from the water?
How about Faith Hill's sister in it who has watched all 7 of her children die? She had 7 children, and they all died, man.
They're all dead, yeah.
And then she finally just, what do you do at that point? Of course I'm going
to... It's gotten me surprised. I wasn't expecting, the language. I wasn't expecting the nudity. I wasn't expecting the actual, visualizations of some of the gunshots that some of the people have taken.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little more gory than I thought. So, I think I like this more. I liked it, so I'm looking forward to watching more episodes for sure.
Well, it's so funny because Sam's sister-in-law came down to North Dakota to pick us up. They had to make a little stop to a store so they could buy a bunch of Yellowstone gear to take back to Canada for these fucking nerds up there that are fucking into this show.
They're
like, I got my Yellowstone hat. I'm like, what the fuck are we? Yeah, you serious? You wanted one of these Yellowstone hats? I mean, it's a stupid fucking hat that's just a Yellowstone across. but it's a fucking from the movie or something.
Yeah.
Like,
But
oh my
yeah,
god.
no, I liked it. But I just think about like how the people like must have like tried to trek through like the terrain that they did back in the day to like to get themselves to a a better plot, a new life. Like
Yeah,
you
because
got to go
oh
through the
boy,
mountains and hills, and it's like this must be nuts.
right, Tim McGraw as a character, he had no idea where he was fucking going. He was just trying to go, right?
Yeah,
He was just trying to
yeah,
go and bring his family with him, but he really hadn't. He still, well, at this point, he still doesn't know where he's going, and we don't know where the fuck he's going or where he's going to end up. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I,
I
I
mean
could
that's a
see
long
myself
hike, and you're bringing all these immigrants with you, so you're just like how are we
maybe.
gonna make it through with all these people?
Oh, I know. God, remember the one immigrant that stole from the woman of the two kids that lost the husband, and then he goes and fucks him up. Yeah, so I guess now, dude, we might have to do like 1883 updates every week on the podcast.
All right, you can always squeeze in a couple minutes of it.
Well, because I mean, I have to go through. Here's the problem: we're gonna get on this show together, right? We're gonna go through it. Maybe we'll go a year or two.
10
You know,
episodes. 10 episodes.
that's it.
Yeah, for the
Oh,
season.
well, okay. So season 2, are we gonna make it to season 2? I don't know. I'm
Well,
just.
no, but we
I
can
could
do a
be a big
follow up.
letdown for
We
you.
could do a Thursday. We could do a Thursday. Oh, sorry, it's past my bedtime.
I know it is bad for sure.
We could do like a Thursday follow up.
Yeah, just a little. Yeah, I think we could probably do that. I'm just afraid to tell you that maybe one day I'm gonna be like, I'm out. I'm out.
It's because you
Something
haven't watched it.
happens, and I'll be like,
Oh, you're
I'm
not gonna
done.
watch it. You stop watching it.
Something will happen in an episode. We'll follow up on Thursday, and I'll be like, it's I'm done with the show, bud. Sorry, I'm out.
Okay.
But let's go to that point because I'll go with you. I'll go watch it. The wife and I need something else to watch besides the fucking new cock-stained Bachelor that just started, or the fucking gold digger Bachelor dudes that are happening here. Yeah, I need some more than that.
Yeah, this will be way better mind stimulation.
I think so. Are you gonna go? So you've never watched Yellowstone, though, right?
No,
Okay.
I haven't.
Are we
So
gonna do
I
that?
might have to check that out at some point.
Do we have to do that together?
No. All right.
All right,
It's past my
bud.
bedtime.
I know, me too. It's fucking late.
We'll have a more livelier show next week. I don't know what is.
Oh no, dude! I think this is live. I think we're pretty lively. I'm gonna go hit the VR and do 18 holes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, just
have fun.
It's hilarious. It's so
I bet.
much. It's fucking
bet.
crazy. We'll talk about the VR next week.
All right. Yeah, put it on the notes.
All right, FA.
All right, brother. Have a nice weekend.
All right, bud. Talk to you soon.
OFace out.
OFace, sleep. Every time.